Guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna be doing an unboxing for the FansToys Gehry, also known as Scrapper from Transformers. Scrapper is one of the 6 Constructicons that we are going to be revealing here today. And without further ado, let's open up the package. I gotta give Shozy, the online store where I get most of my Transformers from, they always like to put these nice protective covers on the side, so kudos to you guys. As most of you know, there are 6 Constructicons in total. Scrapper, I think he's the leader of the Constructicons, but for some reason he's called Gehry. I think for third-party, fourth-party purposes, licensing reasons, they had to change his name, but there we have it. This is the first time I'm going to be opening this, and truth to be told, I've had this for almost a solid month and a half now. I got this back in November. It is January 2025, and I just didn't have time. Finally got around doing so, and ooh, nice pleasant surprise. We've got another plastic covering that we're going to be opening. It's the only real time I'm opening up presents is when I'm doing an unboxing. Now, as you can see here, FT stands for FansToys 32A Gehry, or Jerry, or Gehry, is the code name for Scrapper. Now let's take a look. Scrapper, again, being 1 out of 6 Constructicons, and for some strange reason I always thought, you know, thinking Voltron logic here, I thought it was only 5. Actually there's 6 in total, and it took me a while to decide if I was to collect these, but I figured, you know, Devastator, classic combiner, I figured maybe I'd jump right in. So let's do a quick measurement of the box, just so you are aware of its dimensions. Right here, let's do it like this. So from this side, it's 6.9, 12.3, yeah, I'd say 12.3, and the actual depth, it's a little shorter, so it's 6.4. So those who are wondering, those are the dimensions for the box. Now let's talk about this packaging. The artwork, not bad, right? It's got a little bit of an embossment there. I don't know if you can see that. Pretty sturdy. Feels like, I'm guessing it's styrofoam inside. Could be wrong. We'll find out. There's a little QR code. I think it takes you to maybe the video instruction. So as you can see there, there's a video instruction of how to construct this thing, and I'm most likely going to be needing that because from what I've seen online with the complexity of how to transform this thing, it's an adult toy, I'll say that. But yeah, let's take a look. So it's got this nice box artwork. Gehry is leader of the Architecticons. So they're not actually Constructicons, they're Architecticons, and an architectural evil genius whose chief desire is to be immortalized through his abominable creations. Gehry specializes in foreboding fortresses in villainous lairs, places that lend themselves to cackling over nefarious plans or lording over one's lessers while sitting upon uncomfortable thrones. Okay, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. According to this, the Constructicons are actually called the Architecticons. So nice little Easter egg there if you're wondering. Gehry is the leader, so I was right. But yeah, let's dig right in. Let's see what Gehry is all about. Now, I'm gonna carefully open this. Let's see if I can make things easier. Just gonna run this blade there. There we go. Let's open it up. Sure. Ooh, I was right. Styrofoam. Now, truth to be told, guys, big fan of styrofoam packaging. I know for the environment, it's not really the best thing to do, but honestly, the best toys come in styrofoam packaging. So as you can see here, we'll set this aside over there. Let's peek right in. All the tapes. Hopefully I got this right. Ooh, okay, here we go. Let's take a look. Ah, look at that. Very nice, very nice. Impressive so far. As you can see here, nicely packaged. And it's got the trumpet. If you see in Transformers the movie. Oh, wow. It's metal. It's got some weight on it. So the trumpet that you see here, it has some weight to it. It's actually made out of metal or something. Die cast. Cool. I did not anticipate that. I thought it would be plastic, but okay. All right. Good points for the die cast properties. Let's leave that there. Now here is Gehry. Let's make sure that ooh. All right, look at that. Rubber tires, guys. Transformers with styrofoam packaging, rubber tires. Thumbs up already right there. All right, now let's take a look. You can smell, oh, so there's like new toy smell. Very impressive. Okay, so I'm going to move this here just to see what the package contents are. Let's just leave them standing up. I know we're just gonna take a quick peek. It's his blaster. Yeah, so he's got his gun. Pretty self-explanatory there. And what's this? This piece of plastic sticking out here. Oh, that's for the trumpet. I'm gonna put it back here just for the sake of focusing on the action figure. And to tidy things up, put all this aside. All right, let's take a look. So this is the actual action figure. First impressions, it's very heavy, okay? I didn't anticipate this thing to be this big. Now, this part of my unboxing, I'd like to get an idea of how tall he is. So right now, he's around 9 inches tall. So just to show you. So he's pretty tall, okay? Can you see that? He's around 9 inches tall. Nine and a half, I'd say. Now, just imagine, this thing is 9 inches tall. This is just one part of Devastator, okay? When you construct the rest of them together, Gehry being the leg, this thing is gonna be massive, okay? For now, let's focus on Gehry here. So all the joints are tight. There is, okay, thank goodness. So I almost missed this, but yes, instructions. I know that said on the box, video instructions, but I'm pretty old school. We'll go with the classic manual. And I like how it's just in a Ziploc bag, like to put your sandwiches in. Now it comes with this collector card, as you see there, FT-32A Gehry. Pretty cool. The material is like a credit card. It's like a debit card material, high quality. We'll make sure we set that aside. Now looking into the actual manual, all right. Now, as you probably seen earlier, the box has a QR code for the video. As you see there, video instruction. So it gives you a little bit of a, I guess, detailed instruction as to how to transform Gehry, but In this case, we're gonna rely on the trusty old manual. Let's take a look. See here. There's English in the manual. It tells you the contents. And from what I can tell here, it's the vehicle mode transformation, which we'll dive in later on in the video. But as you can see here, okay, pretty self-explanatory. And from what I can tell here, from this part of the instructions, it teaches you how to transform into Devastator's leg. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, that is the instruction manual for Gehry. That's the package content. So it comes with Gehry, the trumpet, and the gun, and this. Pretty solid. For the price I paid, cost around 240 Canadian. Bought this back in November. I'm very impressed. It's got a nice shine to the paint. I just realized too, this is actually my first Decepticon that I've owned. Most of the collections that I've had throughout the years is always Optimus Prime, mostly Autobots. This one is my first Decepticon that I've invested in. And yeah, look at that, guys. Rubber tires. I'm pretty impressed. For the price I paid, definitely worth the money. $240. I would say, you know, thumbs up for that. I was afraid that, you know, it'd be hollow. You can feel that there's a lot of parts in here that are actually die cast. Like this part, feels like this part is made out of die cast. This part of the toy here. You know, most of the toys that you see nowadays, when you go to Walmart, you buy them, you can tell they're just cheap, generic garbage. But with this one, it's an adult toy. You can tell that they've carefully engineered these action figures for, you know, boomers like myself. And I'm not going to spend the whole video trying to figure it out. I'll just transform it. So in the next little bit, do enjoy this 360 turntable montage I put together for Gehry. Let's take a look. You know, after recording this video, I just realized, how does Scrapper blow into the horn? I mean, if you look closely, he doesn't have a mouth. So, how does the air get into the trumpet? All right, here we have the transformed alt mode for Gehry. Took me about good 40 minutes using the instruction manual. This, by the way, if you're wondering, the QR code back of the box, completely useless. Okay, it took me to this unknown page, could not be found, nonsense. So ended up just using the manual. So here it is. Now, as you can see, there's a couple of parts dangling here. This part over here, and this part looks a little strange, but based on what I've observed with the manual, this is somewhat what Gehry Scrapper looks like. This part is very impressive, by the way. This over here, but this part just lost me. This area here was a bitch to put together, okay? The shovel part here was quite impressive. The engineering, look, what's cool is like it kind of gives you a lot of flexibility, so that's very impressive. Give bonus points for that. But this part, yeah, terrible. Like this dangling part over here, really, really bad, okay? Honestly, you know, paying for a premium product like this, it was 250 Canadian, guys. I'm not about to break it, okay? I don't care, but I am honestly not gonna even risk it. Approach this with caution. I do recommend checking out maybe some videos online to get a better understanding. The instruction manual itself it's pretty self-explanatory, but it took me a couple of tries to really get into it. But yeah, I'd say the manual is kind of mid, to be honest. The Gehry transformation, the alt mode, I give this one seriously 2 out of 5. It's not very friendly to transform, and I am not gonna force it. Sorry, but $250 for a broken part, yeah, I'm not even about to try. This, by the way, if you're wondering, based on the instruction, this is actually the back part for Devastator. You know, transform at your own risk, but this is probably the first and last time you'll see it in this mode. I'm not even gonna bother, because yeah, it's not that great. Rubber tires are always a plus. You know, of course, the die-cast combination makes it even more premium quality, but other than that, yeah, the alt mode really just lost me. I'm not about to force it, but you know, give it a shot. But be warned, $250. I won't be able to sleep if I break one of these limbs, so I'd rather not even try. So yeah, that's that. All right, now for my favorite part of the video, combiner mode. And folks, take a look. This thing is massive, okay? I am in awe at how big Devastator's leg is, okay? I measured it. It's around 11 inches tall. If you don't believe me, there it is, 11 inches. And to give you a size comparison, here's a can of pop. Now here's a more detailed close-up look. The material of the hind leg here is die-cast metal, and I'm glad they did that, because once you put Devastator together, I think this will hold the weight, and I'm very impressed of the engineering. Everything is very solid. It's gonna stand up just right, but wow. This thing is gonna be a killer. Putting this part together, okay, I think robot mode and combiner mode are my favorites so far. I'm definitely just gonna leave this the way it is until all the rest come after I receive it from Shozi. Folks, I'm impressed, all right? The build quality on this, it's pretty solid. This part, the one that was kind of dangling around when I first opened it up, it's Devastator's back leg. I'm pretty impressed. This part of the unboxing definitely was jaw-dropping for me, okay? You can see the sheer size of it. It's 2 pop cans big. I would say Devastator is probably gonna be 24 inches tall, but just look at that, folks. The size is incredible. Gehry, aka Scrapper, from FansToys. Very, very impressive. For combiner mode, perfect score, 5 out of 5. Folks, again, reminder, if you haven't gotten a chance, do subscribe to my channel, because we're gonna complete Devastator as the weeks, months, and years go by. Hopefully FansToys comes out with Scavenger, Hook, Bone Crusher, Mixmaster, and Long Haul. I can't remember what the last one was, but there's 6 Constructicons in total, and we're gonna make sure we combine all 6 of them. So if you haven't got a chance, do subscribe.